I have a few minutes to make a video, and I thought this was so important because I went to Beyond Wonderland when I was supposed to be going, which is a festival. I was supposed to be going with my friends and it didn't end up working out, so I had to park on my own and I had to walk back to my car alone. I understand that I may have a welcoming appearance or energy, or maybe I looked good in my rave outfit. Whatever it was that made all of these people approach me, I wanted to state that it is not appropriate to approach a feminine looking person or a woman at night. It is actually so terrifying, especially after a festival, especially walking alone. Please do not approach or try to hit on or talk to women. The perfect time to approach people would have been at the festival, during the festival. I have seen so many people approach women, etc. after the festival is over, when you're walking out, you're bunched up with your group, there's a crowd of sardines walking, and you have no escape. If somebody feels as though they're not able to escape, that is not okay. And that is most likely going to result in you not getting this girl to want to talk to you. It's very uncomfortable, it's very awkward, and it will most likely end up with rejection on your end. Let me start by naming some places that would be appropriate to meet somebody at. First, dating apps. Can't go wrong, right? There are certain dating apps like Hinge, and they are more accustomed to what you like. You can find someone that has more things in common with you there. Or if you're not, you're more old school, you can go to any social gatherings, parties, weddings, networking events. Those are all great places. But if you don't want that type of person, which that's my issue, is people going to parties and clubs, they might not necessarily be looking for something serious, depending on what your intentions are. You can go to classes, you can go to things with hobbies, like, I don't know, a pottery class. You could do something different, and that can also help you get out of your comfort zone, try something new. Cafes in the daytime, something in the daytime where that person feels safe, that they can walk away. You could approach it in a respectful manner. Hello, I see you're reading this book. How is that? Have a conversation. Give them a wholesome compliment. So many people come up and they're, oh, you're effing hot. Like, you're just saying what you're saying. But I think for me, if you want to get me personally, you need to seem like you have a genuine interest in me and what I am and who I am besides my physical appearance. And that is a big problem with a lot of people, is they just comment on your appearance. Like, I think a compliment is good, but try to go beyond that. Or like, oh, your earring, this and that. Like, you could go somewhere else with that conversation. And another place is mutual friends. Mutual friends are known to be a very good setup, because mutual friends, they know that person, it's not a stranger, it's more natural the way that can happen. Also, volunteering events, okay? So you could go volunteer, you could go help the community, and maybe you'll meet the love of your life. All right, now places where people might feel trapped or uncomfortable, or they're in their focus mindset. The gym. Anytime when someone has headphones in, they're most likely not wanting to talk. There are times when I've seen people at the gym I find are attractive. That is, I don't know, that's a kind of hard one, right? Can a female approach a man or another female? Is that okay? Maybe between sets, I don't know. Double standard, right? But I would say the gym is not a place. People are trying to get in, trying to get out. The grocery store, come on now. They're trying to get somewhere. They're trying to do something. Maybe a leisure place would be a good spot. Maybe a coffee shop. But if they're reading a book, if they're doing something, please don't interrupt them. I'm also a runner, so I'm running. Don't talk to me while I'm running. I can't hear you. It's weird. People have catcalled, etc. It's just so tiring. People just want to live their daily lives. Next one is any public transit, buses, trains, anywhere where someone feels like they can't escape. Not okay. Even maybe amusement parks too, like places like that. Like when it's just not really appropriate to go and hit on someone or try to get to know someone. They're usually busy with friends. Things are going on. But yeah, and again, I mentioned being alone at night or being alone, someone walking alone in general, even just in the day. I've been approached so many times, and I like when a man is nearby, I tense up because I don't know if they're gonna follow me. I don't feel safe. If someone is just walking alone, especially with headphones, just leave them alone. A safe public space would be so much better. If that girl is alone at the coffee shop looking around, maybe, or you could just give them your number. You have more of a chance of getting this person's attention and desire if you have some type of conversation and connection. If you do just give a number, it might not work for you. I'm a girl and I am pansexual, so I have had quite a different experience, but from this is more focused towards a man trying to talk to a female. The last one I would say, as another enclosed space, as elevators. The very, very final one I would say is work. Work is a difficult one. Sometimes people have mutual attraction. I wouldn't start in that way. I would start as a friendship, see where things go. If you want that type of relationship, I think it can become, depending on where you work, it can become complicated. But why not? Why not try it? If that's where you want to go, you don't think it's going to affect your work, you can, but I wouldn't approach it in that way at first. I would go for the long game and keep it friendly until you can tell there's a mutual attraction, and I wouldn't just hit them with flirtatious comments. Like, you might want to allude or hint at the fact that you have an interest in them that goes beyond just friendship.
I want to add that if you do end up pursuing a coworker, to be very careful, because there are ways they can claim sexual harassment or that other person might feel uncomfortable. I would be very straightforward with that person, which can become a risk to your work, which is why I added this to number 5. Be cautious about it. Make sure that everything is consensual first, and I would get that in writing.
Anyways, I have to go to a movie to go on a date with myself. Honestly, I saw Jenna Ortega was in the movie and I decided I needed to see it. So that is what I'm doing right now. Go on a date with yourself, because, you know, if no one will, you always have you. So, yeah.